Right, hello everybody. Let's quickly analyze the Bitcoin. Let's start from a higher time frame and then deep dive a little bit on a smaller time frame. So first of the things on the higher time frame, what we need to understand. Is it the top or not? Because a lot of people right now have a doubt. Is it like the end of the bull market, like full bull market, right? This is the topic where we are around all of these days. Is it the kind of all of this movement, which one we had like since 2022? And now is a lot of people are doubting, is it the top or not? So to basically answer this question from the technical perspective, we don't have the special targets. And for my opinion, no one knows where the Bitcoin's price gonna top up, right? It's more about the sentiment and how the people are ready to buying the Bitcoin at the higher prices. So the idea of the bull market is to create that euphoria, right? Where the people are kind of buying the asset no matter what price it is, right? So for my opinion, if we look at the sentiment of the market, what's going on here, I would not say that this is like kind of euphoria or something like that. Yes, like already the people are start to believing in the Bitcoin, right? But I don't think that this is like complete total euphoria. So because of that, my personal view about the Bitcoin, what I'm expecting from this asset is that we might see one more impulsive movement. So in previous videos, I was mentioning that, and for the newcomers, it's more like kind of repetitive stuff that you can I will review it once again, that the Bitcoin actually causes that euphoria with the splash and flashy movement. You know, when we see that 2-3 candles on a weekly time frame and the price maybe doubles or triples. So basically that's caused this massive flow into the market and everybody's getting like euphoric, right? And for my opinion, the Bitcoin actually made everything for that it is actually ready to do so. But there is some stuff which might happen before that flash that happens, and we're gonna review it. But before that, what actually happens? Basically, happens that we are every time when we are seeing some impulse, right? We are following with correction. And that's actually cause that the people are not believing in the asset, because every time when the massive correction happens, people, especially at the bottom, right, people are very skeptical about the Bitcoin. And all of this movement, what we saw from the 2022 is like kind of impulse, correction. Impulse, long, flat correction. After again impulse, right? Here, I would say that we missed that kind of correction, which we needed, right? Maybe, but no, it didn't happen. So here happened some, we can say like kind of this flashy movement. And actually that causes pretty positive side on the Bitcoin. People are getting more positive because of that. And after that, again, as the people get kind of full positivity, right, we saw that long correction, which is actually filled this imbalance in the market. And again, we saw the impulse, and again, this correction. So basically, this structure creates for us like kind of harmonious growth, which is kind of recover more rather than kind of creating some euphoria stuff. So because of that, I would say that the market is not in euphoria phase, and exactly because of we filled almost all of imbalances here, right? Right now the market is kind of ready, I would say, to create this impulsive massive movement. One more thing what I can talk about this impulsive movement, this flashy movement, is that usually the Bitcoin makes that from October towards December, right? And the beginning of the January. So every time those months are very impulsive, I mean after the halving, right? So that's exactly the year, 2025, and that flashy movement, I would say we need that flashy movement for the sentiment to cause that massive euphoria, and especially we have a time. Right now is July, end of the July, the August is coming. Possible, like we can actually climb more, right, before that flashy movement happens. So I don't know what's gonna happen in August, September, but my personal view, maybe we can a little bit consolidate here, see maybe a little bit corrections, a little bit impulses, but I would say the October towards December, towards the beginning of the January, we might see the real impulse, that flashy movement where and it's not continuous pretty long, the correction is straightly going down, right? But that's caused the euphoria, and that's actually kind of signalized for us that the possible bull market over is in. But right now I wouldn't say from a sentiment perspective, but everything can happen. Do you know, we should not like kind of rely only on that and all in our money. Like, first of all, this is video made for, this is not a financial advice, everything made for educational purpose only, of course, and we just look at the charts and I just share my view about market and what I should to do at the Bitcoin, right? What's my financial decisions at the market. I'm just sharing it. So and another thing, what I would say, if I as a holder of the Bitcoin, right, I would start to close my position already, right? I don't really need that flashy movement, which is actually, right now, even the market, if it doubles or triples, right? So we are in 100,000 right now, 100K. So even double in the price would cause that massive euphoria. So 2x from here to kind of waiting for that and betting for that, I wouldn't be that guy. So like actually I would close most of, kind of the part of the position at the all-time high. After of the breaking step by step, I will start to closing position, and right now also. So actually the market, for my opinion, in the phase where if you are the buyer at the 15K or in this consolidation phase, right, I would say I have all more rights to say to close the position somewhere here. Even I know the Bitcoin can like go to the $1 million, right? But actually from the excess perspective, right, from the bottom towards where we are is around like 600%. And if we talk about right now towards that 600%, right, that's a kind of 800K for Bitcoin. And basically, I don't think that's a great idea. The great idea to make money, for my opinion, is from the bottom towards that. That's a safe move, and right now it is not the safe. So this is why I would better keep some amount and step by step close at the higher prices. So this is what I think about the market. The timing is plus minus from October towards January, but I would say still from the July, anytime soon in these months can happen this flashy movement. So this is why all eyes on Bitcoin, because this is 2025, especially the second part of the of the 2025. So that's massive impulse might happen, and I'm kind of preparing for that. Another thing, right now let's step by step deep dive a little bit on the smaller time frame, and there happened some more interesting stuff, for my opinion, and the smaller time frame are much more understandable right now, and we can break down it by the conditions which I'm using in my trading system. First of the thing, if we begin from the 5-hour time frame, I would say that this movement over here is very uncertain, because I don't like the volume, which is basically creates for us divergence between price and volumes. I don't like it. So it is not necessary for me to actually break down that movement. The part which one is for me is understandable is this one. On this movement, what I can say, what I see over here, let me open the MACD. Over here, the MACD is telling me the bullish momentum. So actually, I don't understand the structure, I understand the volumes, but the MACD showing me the momentum. So actually here happened really massive impulse, and that creates for us higher highs on the MACD, right, which is creates for us higher highs and higher highs. So basically I would like to follow that trend and trade that direction. What does it mean? It means actually that I want to see the enough confirmations in some structure, and which one I'm going to show you right now, and from the structure where it's going to be understandable, from that side I will start to open the position. So as I say, this is uncertain for me, and this is more certain and more understandable. Right now, let's switch to the ETF chart. That's more kind of the volumes I'm checking here, and that's gonna be much more proper way to look at the chart. So what do we see here? We are seeing here 5 impulsive wave structure. If we open the 1-hour time frame here, right? So here's the wave 1, 2, 3. The third wave always has a high splash of volumes. I'm repeating once again, and after follows the correction. Every time when we see that massive angle and massive flashy movements, right, with the following of volumes, right, every time there's a follows the correction, and or we consolidate as a wrong correction, or we are seeing ABC and after the impulse. But all of these movements after the flashy movements is actually indicates for the continuation of this third wave, right? So what do we see? We see this flashy movement with the volumes after the consolidation, and basically I would say that we have all moral rights to say there's the continuation of the uptrend follows after the third wave. So what conditions do we see? First of the things we need to right now come back to the 5-hour time frame, and I will clarify why I'm doing so. This movement over here looks like as a wrong correction, So wrong correction usually we can identify at the 4-5-hour time frame. Let's open it, right? So because the structure is more understandable at the, I would say, Coinbase chart over here, you can see the structure is much more longer, and it's giving us much more clear picture because it trades at the Saturday and Sunday. So the chart is more bigger and more understandable. So what do we see here? First of all, the MACD, if we open the MACD, that's already getting interesting because on the 4-5-hour time frame, the confirmation of the wrong correction is usually when this trend line, yellow trend line, start to crosses the 0 point of this oscillator more often. So as you can see here, it crosses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And we are seeing the structure is very ugly. We don't see impulses. We don't see some understandable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or ABC. So actually the MACD helping us kind of identifying that this is the correction. So if this is the correction, then we have a target and we have a what to trade. So if we talk about the structure, what do we see here? We don't see ABC. We can say we have almost right to say that there is a no ABC, because usually if we talk about this correction, here's the 1, 2, and 3, right? A, B, C. Wave A has a 5 impulsive wave structure on the smaller time frame, which we can say maybe it is. But wave B over here, right? As we can see, wave B, the top over here, right? And wave C already has not the 5 impulsive wave structure because wave B is the correctional. So here we can say A, B, C or something like that. And then the wave C is impulsive as a third wave. The previously I showed you that this is the third wave, right? So the usually wave C has the same structure and same characteristics as the third wave. So here you can see that definitely there's a no such a thing. The price is some kind of consolidate. So that's actually giving us the picture that we are more likely in the wrong correction, and that wrong correction usually right now looks like plus minus as a bull flag, right? Not the perfect one, I would say, but that looks like as a bull flag. So the bull flag confirms with the 4-5-hour time frame that there's the yellow trend line crosses often, and that's giving me already understanding that that's the wrong correction. So one more thing, what we know, let's switch again into the ETF because we have volumes here and more the charts is easier. 1-hour time frame, boom. And if we measure the wave 4, because wave 4 is, first of all, let's start from wave 4. What is the wave 4? Wave 4 is one of the most manipulative wave in the 5 impulsive wave structure. So what does that mean? It's usually where we meet triangles, rectangles, we're making that wrong correction as a flat and blah, blah, blah. So here happens like completely crazy scenario. It's really hard to trade. That's an indicator for the wave 4. Another thing is the targets, right? It's also correction, and it's, I would say that that's not the panacea. Nothing is the panacea, but it's very rare when the Bitcoin, not the Bitcoin, the wave 4 hits the target zone. But still, I mark it over here, 0.3 towards 0.6. That's the target zone for corrections. Any correction happens from 0.3 to 0.6. But when we talk about the wrong correction, such a bull flag or flat correction, which is looks like right now, it's less very rare when it's hits the 0.5, 0.6 area, deep corrections, but we still need to consider that scenario in our mind. So as you can see, we retested 0.3, and that's already for me enough. It's getting right, because yeah, I can expect some flashy movements and after go higher because it's very manipulative wave 4. But still, I would say that right now it's getting more interesting to open some longs because 0.3 first of all happened. If we open the smaller time frame, right, we are seeing that step by step volume start to increases from the bottom. here you can see, right? Here's the bottom happened, the volume start increases, prices increases. So basically, we retested minimum target. We are having on a higher time frame understandable structure. That's the wrong correction. And basically right now is not bad time to take the longs, for my opinion. If I'm gonna open any longs, I'm gonna share in my Telegram channel. So the link in description below, and you can check. I will share all of this information. For now, I'm just waiting and analyzing the market first. So basically, that's what I'm seeing on a smaller time frame. Another thing. Look at that. At the beginning, I was mentioning that there is then imbalances, which one the market is actually coming from 2022 towards 2025. Let me switch once again and show you that. Let's do it here. The imbalances, it feels the imbalances over here. Look at that impulse, right? If we not look at that, right, here's the creating the imbalance, and that imbalance happens here. So as you can see, we feel that imbalance. Right, we retested the previous resistance, so basically current support, and seeing the reaction. Same here, boom, boom, here's the support, boom, the breaking. So the same things happening on a smaller time frame might happen on a smaller time frame, because here we saw some kind of impulse, right? And that impulse creates for a small imbalance over here, which is here at market, the imbalance will fill at the $112,000. So that's a small imbalance, but still possible, which is actually, if we switch to the ETF here, that imbalance matched with the targets. So let me mark the imbalance once again, boom. And here the target zone, which are market 0.5, 0.6 area. So the possible scenario, this one also, we feel it, and only after that going higher. Something such kind of possible, but that's a pretty small imbalance. It is also possible that on the higher time frame, we are still, let me show you here, we are still in this impulse, right? So it's not non-stop yet, but still it's possible that this imbalance can feel. So this is why we can expect that movement also, and after continuation of the uptrend. But for reversal, if we talk about the global reversal, right, then everything's getting more interesting for short position and overing of the bull market. I would say after we fell, and we will fall towards that target over here, $112,000. If we will fall and start to trade somewhere here, that maybe creates for us a reversal model, and basically more likely that the bear market will start, right? But for my opinion, as I said, there's no technical understanding, there's no technical confirmations on a smaller time frame right now that that's the bear market begins. So actually on a high time frame, market looks pretty bullish, and the possible that if we will match the technical perspective towards cycle perspective, we might expect last flashy movements up, right? I don't know how massive it can be, but usually it's like doubles or triples in the price. So this is the way how I look at the charts. If you like the analysis, if you like the way how I look at the charts, you can smash that likes and leave your comments. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. If I missed something and you have questions, you can just ask me in the comment section. Also join our Telegram channel. There I share everything, my entry, exits, my positions, what I invest, and all my knowledge completely for free. So thank you so much. See you in the next, and bye bye.